Hello everyone, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. And ReFantasioed indeed! Look at him! Look at your boy Pedro! Or Nehru in this case. Pedro is like his fan name that is on the Discord I'm on. He is now the prince, or was always the prince, as we found out last time. I won't go too much into it because the game did it itself. The truth of the prince. Yeah, the son and heir to the throne of King Perilous, the prince and Nehru are now one and the same. The attack and the prince of the royal palace led his aides to conclude that the capital was no longer safe for him, so they moved the prince to the ancient Elden Sanctum to continue recovering. Alas, their Elden techniques were not enough to lift his curse, and he continued to decline until his falling into a coma. However, he has guidance from a mysterious voice and an indomitable will that would not see his ideals abandoned. Through these, a new body made of magma was created with the dragons of yore. The prince's spirit inhabited this new body and started another life as an entirely separate young man. That young man, oddly enough, pursues a journey to change the world. Something the prince that he would have wished to take on, was he well enough. Through that journey, the young man came to know the truth behind everything, and after his spirit returned to his body, he could then reveal himself publicly as the prince once more. Unfortunately, there is this.
Alright then.
One misunderstood by the people. To become the true king of this land, Fam must prove for an own existence together with find new king's soul. I know it'll be tough to regain all the support you lost, but I'm sure you can do it. After all, you're the real prince now. I did miss the flavor text before this, but it's fine. I don't mind. This feels like a final hub area, S location.
All very nice.
Makes sense that the true prince would be an elder, considering that was the old world, so he would have access to this magic.
Oh.
They would have been very happy to know the prince is now alive and well.
Oh, now this I can't believe.
God, this is going to be a hell of a secret to keep to everyone playing this game. He's so beautiful. I like the fact that his hair isn't entirely white. It's kind of almost like a cyan-esque color, like baby blue.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Russell. How could this be? His Highness resurrected. 'Tis a most joyous turn of events, of course. But I dare say my heart needs a reprieve from all these sharp twists of fate. I did too, to be fair. I went out for a walk and got a snack, and now I'm continuing this episode immediately afterwards, basically. To think he'd been alive and well, residing in a body composed from magma particles. He furthered his goals by storing his mind within another vessel. To the reminiscent of his majesty's what? Yeah, I guess the giant moon, right? Oh, finally awake, huh? I mean, come on, sleeping's great and all, but there's so much more fun stuff you can do while you're awake. You can collect pretty flower petals, go splash in the water. Super fun, right? You're finally awake? I am.
Come off it.
Well, I'll be. Am I correct in presuming that you are the prince now? I had heard of an elder boy joining the resistance's ranks and going out on missions. The scene took me by surprise. To think that you're the prince's other half. Ah, fate is a fickle one. Well, we're now two halves combined into one half. Oh, no, one full. How could this be? It is truly a miracle. Lady Guru mentioned she'd caught wind of some manner of revelation. Could this be the late queen's? Yeah, I don't think even the game's hiding it at this point. We are the late queen's son, obviously.
Oh, it's you.
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history. The sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Lady Guru awaits you inside. We've got a lot to tell more after this. And also, please refrain kindly from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies. Oh. I didn't know they were easily startled. I thought like fairies would just be fine, apparently. Oh, there's a new dialogue here. Okay, no, there isn't. I have already read all these more rules. I don't really want to go through all of them again, but let's see what they do, I guess. Please be voiced, please be voiced, please be voiced, please be voiced.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones.
Yeah.
It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
He's not exactly wrong. He's playing to the audience and using it to his advantage, but he isn't wrong about us being the same thing as those monsters.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
Cool.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
We summoned dragons that destroyed us, I guess.
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today.
Wow, it's
magic.
amazing how if we had just come here earlier, we probably would have had all our answers, all our questions answered. He had to come here when we were ready, though, I think.
Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible.
Right.
And destroyed
Again,
only
I'll
themselves.
mention this now because it is similar. In Final Fantasy XIV, the main villains are... Okay, big spoilers, Final Fantasy XIV. If you want to see it, I'll go to the next dialogue box over. But basically, in Final Fantasy XIV, there are these villains called the Ascians. They are the big bads of the first arc in Final Fantasy XIV. And you find out through one of the characters called Emmett Selk that they used to come from an ancient civilization of people called the Ancients. And these people were able to manifest creatures using their incredible stock of magic. Each person was extremely powerful back then. And they had a whole order. They had this entire had like this praetorium to contain all the evil monsters and stuff. But what happened is they ended up becoming suckled, basically. They never felt hardship or suffering. So one guy eventually came along and was like, this isn't fair. We're creating beings that die and we're just sitting here in our happiness. What is the meaning to our world if we have perfection? So that guy went out, created a life form that would harness a different energy called Dynamis, which led to the people's thoughts and emotions being manifested as these creatures, and thus their world fell apart. Only through the help of this person called Heidelin, or at the time was known as Renat, did she successfully save the world by splitting it into 13 plus 1 shards. No, 10 plus 3 shards is what they described it as.
And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world.
Right.
And gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before.
Not exactly a utopia as it's described in the book. Maybe the book came from that time.
The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to
Are you
survive
telling
the
me
hellscape
that
after.
the Yugif appeared through natural adaptation? How long would that have taken to happen? Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, given rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable.
Why would they get horns?
We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice,
I don't know how I feel about that
never rather
explanation.
live
The kind of
in a
just
world
it
without
away in a
tribal
way that I don't really love, because it implies that these races were created as a means. The only one I could generally see in that regard, or two I guess, is the Nydia, because they can hide themselves away using glamours. But that feels like a disadvantage than an advantage. And then there's the Ishkia with the wings, but the Ishkia can't use their wings.
And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart.
Mm-hmm.
More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons
Right,
to effect.
okay.
Accelerated by Magla, however.
So
was
one
only a
particular
matter of
tribe got
skin
like a
few
massive
centuries.
change. I mean, the Vasant and Parapus kind of make sense because they have different values in life. Like the Vasant are all military geniuses, but the Parapus seek pleasure in life and seek communion.
You understand now, yes.
I would like an explanation for all of them,
We,
because I
the
don't know how
Eldar,
having
the
horns is
survivors of the
helpful,
old
unless
world. Our
Stroll can use them to
ancestors
like
fled
whack
the
something.
flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince, that is to say, I am a sign of both the old world and the new.
Beggars belief.
That's nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
Too much magic? What happened to us during that previous thing is Luis pushed magic into us, and it led to us transforming into that creature we saw. The melancholia crystals, they were first described as anyone who touches them would go insane and they would transfigure into abominations. Maybe... Oh god, are these monsters man-made by Luis? Did he make them? But they've been around longer than Luis has.
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant magla distorts the body and mind.
Yeah, we know that.
By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to.
It's good, I was able to change back afterwards.
Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic.
I mentioned how much I like this music, by the way. It's very nice to listen to.
Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does.
How?
Others live centuries of agony.
In fact, I don't want to know
before
that.
their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature.
Shit. So Eldar who are lost all hope just change into them. Very... Yeah, interesting.
Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters.
Makes sense. And that's why Santism is, hates Elders, right?
Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Eldar.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the church to shackle the people, perhaps?
And have Bakita running it
Or
all right.
weapons that hide magic's true potential. Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes.
Because that's what led to the dragons being created and causing destruction.
The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control.
But then old
of
Forden
one's
got his
personal
grubby,
magic.
wrinkled mitts on it, and then he just changed it all.
At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
So the king's negligence is actually him trying to protect his son, and thus him putting out this entire race, this competition for who's the best, is to give his son a chance to win. That's kind of sad.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind.
The only one we don't have here is a rogue. Just kind of sad. We had Grius though, to be fair.
As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes
Kind of
walk
sad that
as
the rogue gets so
individuals,
shafted in this game compared to all the
with
other
mutual
races.
Respect and cooperation.
But we'll never forget Grius.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with
So
the
I'm getting a
will
call
of the
from Mum.
people.
Hi, Mum!
To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Wait, are we all going to master our elite archetypes? I was wondering when we were going to get these.
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence.
That's nice. I like that they're addressing this.
Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
Can you say hello to me, Mum? There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone is need is nothing but a fantasy. This may be your fantasy and will be your final witness. But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Louise's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out, as though that's the natural order. You know what the sad thing about this game is? And it happens in a lot of RPGs actually. We spend this whole... Oh, hello. Never mind. Hi. 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 Oh! Looks like a Dark Souls boss. New archetype unlocked. Study the Prince archetype. Ah!
To do it.
If no one understands me right now, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to come.
Let's fight.
That is my mission. It may be a perilous one, but we'll get it done.
I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Don't say that. I feel like something bad's gonna happen to you, Galaga.
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far
Also,
together?
considering your lifespan, I don't want you to do that,
No.
please.
I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Because we need you to be in the gameplay, otherwise the devs are going to be really annoyed and have to code in a new way of looking for Maglar.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I've realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and
Is this
connect
your
with their
bond?
anxiety.
Are we going to get level 8 Galaga right now?
Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you because I want to be.
Yeah! Of course it is. I'm counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
I'm glad that he has both voices. He's not talking like this all the time.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Oh, no, that isn't her final link. Okay.
Well, we're
Felt like
past
it was
the
going to
worst
be.
of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's maglar into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
I just had a theory. The Elder Mother had long flowing white hair. Just like Luis. Now Luis is Clemmer. What if he's also our son, our brother? Oh my god! Tell me about Luis.
Who exactly is Luis?
Is he my bro? Is he my brother?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from
Is he
this
my bro?
village.
My big bro?
His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts. They're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who
Oh, and his
perished in
name
the
is
fire,
Ship the Chagrius.
There was one by the name of Caradrius.
Chagrius, that's how you say it,
Family
yeah.
of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast
Is there any way to
knowledge.
counterspell this?
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom
He's gonna
into
use that spell to turn everyone into
There
monsters?
is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Or what about if, if
Even
the
if it
king's
was
magic?
possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
Why is this forbidden spell?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out.
How long do you
of
think he knew
control.
this?
That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy. And
Also,
you
if
were
he
lost in
came from here, why
melancholia.
wouldn't he have fought to come here? If he
Just
knows
as
about
the
the ancient
humans of the
sanctuary,
ancient war
wouldn't the
once
first
were.
place he
In
looks
every
would be the
age,
place where
cause
all
and
elders
effect
are?
the same.
Hold on.
People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear.
Or
By
peril.
certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more Magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the Magla overflows, uncontrollable by magic.
So I've got to
It can
face my
give
fear
rise
then,
to
right?
Strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia
Mhm.
crystals. The beasts.
We talked about this
driven
before, to be
feral.
fair, where we thought it might be
The
due to people's
very
fears and
land is
anxiety.
erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true,
Anyone can become a human.
Indeed, all people today are ultimately descendants of
Yeah.
humankind. If Luis
We're the
so
only ones who didn't
chooses,
evolve.
he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he
That's
would
easier
turn
said than
people
done.
into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens,
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark
Yeah,
power.
something to cower from, a nightmare, not a
Who goes
fantasy.
there? Someone flees!
Bloodell!
The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
This twat! He stayed behind!
After him!
Kill him. Murder him. Why else would we have items here? I want to kill this fool. Get on the, we need to get on the sword! Oh, there's a new dialogue here. What to say, not the time for this.
I beg your pardon.
The sword once belonged to the prince, did it not? But I suppose now it makes it right for all at once. So only combat with a sword having as well. That sword was a gift from your highness, a queen, and your mother. Was quite skilled with it, free-spirited as she was. She'd fly about the forest, much to the ire of Lady Good. What the fuck? Any doubts concerning your lineage will disproved by this blade and how you use it. You are indeed her highness's flesh and blood. I haven't even used the sword yet. How do you know that?
What now?
My own prince. Do I have prince? Oh, I fucking do. Support attacks and combats happen more easily, and enemies are stunned more easily in overworld combat. I mean, this might be your new class. How's your weapon for it? Okay, it's pretty good. The same as Seeker. Oh my god, look how cool that looks! Oh! Oh! Sword made from a mysterious ore that fell from the sky. Oh, right. By their very nature, fairies are magical beings who can recalibrate the density of their maglar particles at will. Should they need advice, they make themselves practically invisible to those with a lesser sensitivity to maglar. That's why Gallica goes largely unnoticed. It is also why fairies make excellent messengers. I dare say the Sanctum is the sole place you find as many fairies flitting around without concern for being hidden. Needless to say, this bond is a testament to the long-standing intertwining of elder and physicians and magic. There's new music here, by the way. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Get back here, Zorba, you twat! Get back here! No, there's new dialogue here. Shit! Oh. I will be careful. Don't worry. I got Hulkenberg. He's got light fist. I remember a time when I felt bad for him. Not anymore. He's a dick. Hi. Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties. However, we're swept aside like pebbles and wary of even a glance. Could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There is little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. He also probably didn't want to deal with that shit, so he left. I don't know why he ran away, but surely he has a plan. No, he wants to tell Louise, I assume, right? Louise is gonna, like, not be happy about this.
Ready?
Well, it's definitely a boss fight, yes. I want to use the new power I have. I don't think this fight's gonna be that difficult. I mean, it could be, because the Rella fight was difficult.
You? Zorba.
You're alive?
So it was you behind the attack?
Who else would it have been?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it
You
done.
simp!
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame.
Alright.
Lord Luis is the true king.
Wouldn't even go
He
on
will
your head
save the
because your horn's
worthy.
going to be in the way.
And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Yeah, he was there for it all.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
What is that thing?
Bastard!
Oh god, it's a
I wondered
human.
why you ran away. But it was all to lure us straight
I mean,
to
I'm
this
glad he didn't do it near
monstrosity.
them. It would have been better for
Guardian,
you probably,
the
but not for
melancholia
us.
fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him.
Oh yeah, we'll be
Let's
fine
put
here.
our power on full display.
This is like the actual hard fight, imagine. Better not be. Oh, we don't have Seeker anymore because I put Prince on.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kind of
You know
feels
what
like
would
fate
be
by
cool,
now.
game?
Okay,
If the Prince
time for a
worked with
new
every
fight.
other
Stay on your
archetype for
toes.
synergy skills, so that it would allow them to use their synergy ability even if Prince is in the party. That would work pretty well for all the other stuff, right? Yeah, that. Yes! I was right! Yeah!
All right, let's take it down.
Oh, so sexy! No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do any of that. No. Increase damage against human-type enemies.
Strike true.
Cool.
I shall do my best.
Let's lower his attack.
It's up to you now.
Nice job, Yufa. Fuck yeah! We got anything that's multi-target?
You can do this.
Is that the first boss we fought? Yeah, it is. It has the same apples. What is this, Basilio?
I like doing that.
I did too. That was awesome.
Quick, knock them off again.
Did you just get all your HP back? No, you didn't. Okay, good. Super energy way to him. I assume he's darkness based. Okay, he isn't. He is wind based though. Which is a little annoying because my character was on wind before.
Hold nothing back.
Nice hit.
Oh well, you're fucked.
Let my power support you.
Yufa. Yes, Yufa. Oh, you're so good. I could bring. Yeah. Basilio, get out of here. Wait, no, don't get out of here. It's fine.
Right, let's make this fun.
Do that.
Do this.
My
With a
bad.
single to save the ground into the fray. Comrades, lend me your strength. Perhaps not the come.
Perhaps not. Come.
No.
Let's do that.
There.
Yeah, no, this fight is definitely a tutorial.
That was helpful.
I love how powerful Yufa is. It makes me very happy.
A tough one.
Oh.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again. Regenerate the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks. Legs are back to normal. We've only just taken them out.
Game, that's really not cool. He got 4 attacks, summoned them, and then healed himself with it.
Gotta do something about those apples.
And he still gets an attack afterwards. What a penis!
Let me handle those apples.
I don't think we need you to, because Yufa's about to kill them all, but go on. Yes.
All right, leave it to me.
Calico doesn't do this enough in combat. We could do it a little bit more. Nice!
Get in there. The victory.
I'm still going to do this.
We'll combine our strength.
Yeah. Yufa hit their
I'm
weakness.
ready whenever.
Alright. Charge up, just in case.
With a single fist. With blade in hand.
With a single fist, I come!
This won't do. Behold, we stand together.
Let's stay calm. I won't hold back. Let's set it up.
Show them our might.
Still here?
No, no, again! Nice. Do not do this 4 times.
This is nothing.
No, we're fine. You did that 4 times, that could have been an issue. Right, let's do this.
It's up to you now.
That ought to turn the tide of the battle.
And then let's kill it. Come on.
Let my power
I want to see how much damage this is of charge too. Come on. Ah! Crazy. Basilio, you are a madman. You are crazy in combat. Yay! Wind God Gale.
I've mastered this power.
Ooh. Is that cleric? I think it is.
I admit, it feels
Excellent.
Power can be so
Feels like I'm making progress.
a new ability.
Revives 1 ally from KO with full HP. Okay, I'm equipping that on right now, Stroll. Zorba's like,
The bastard.
oh, he got away. God, I think I found someone I hate more than Luis.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still,
Don't
what's
say
our
that.
next move? The people think you a monster. Will not find any public backing like this.
Alsace once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both. Heir to the legacies
Which
of
makes it
heaven
sound like they did
and
that
earth.
purposely. Like the
He
king
is
and
water
the queen of the
fire,
Elder came
and
together.
condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Yeah, the Perilous won't go away overnight. Never could accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness.
Yeah, everyone get their RPG moment. Come on.
Are you prepared to fight Louis?
Oh wait, this is a question. Let's fight together.
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
I assume our hair is going to be different in all the cut. I wonder if our social link will be different in certain quests.
If he ends up
Now-
king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find useful.
Well, he's also going to turn everyone into humans. We've lost too many lives along this journey, and if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Yeah, simple. I hope you'll sing a victory song.
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate.
It's cool that the protagonist is given a lot more emphasis here. Like, they were given an emphasis in the previous Persona games too, I feel, but this is like the biggest so far I've had anyway. But that's me comparing it to Persona 3.
Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault.
Dad. You know, I think we've got a lot to share with Stroll now. We both lost our parents in terrible ways.
Listen well. Once you leave this village,
And
you
Yufa.
cannot return until you have fulfilled your
And
ambitions.
Basilio. And Yugif. Not Yugif, and all the Yugif, and Heisme. And Yuna. And Hulkenberg.
After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges,
How do you make this thing float around you?
you'll have to face them
Is it like an
yourself.
invisible string?
The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
I will.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the gauntlet runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work out what the hell we're gonna do, I guess. Goddamn Zorba. He's a massive twat. But that fight wasn't that
It's a
bad.
bit
Look at
strange,
us!
isn't
With our white
I was
hair.
convinced we'd been together for a long time.
Very pretty.
But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey
Yeah, I
with
was
you,
gonna say, don't
the
act like this
memories we've
wasn't
made,
for nothing. We did
those are
did
all
all this
real.
together. I'm looking forward to the next few thumbnails having to obscure the main character. That's one of the reasons why I had Nehru front and center in the last episode's thumbnail. Is because probably the last time I'm gonna be able to put him in there because of spoilers.
Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise. Stay beside me forever.
Stay beside me forever.
Well, when you put it like that, you're gonna make me blush. But thanks.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Gallica as both an ally and a friend.
The mystical fairy,
Mum!
Gallica.
Thank you, Mum!
She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Yeah!
We've got the path to tomorrow in
The
front of
party
us,
can now
and I'm
study
gonna lead the
Elemental
way.
Master and Warlock. Join Squab Owls. You may gain extra turn icons! Oh! Victory assured. I'm looking forward to never using those. Maybe we'll give them a Hulkenberg at some point. I do need to add those to my,
When things get tough,
Oh.
remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
The music magic! We finally touched on it again! This is music of Gallica. Now that I think about it, it might have helped me in a way I didn't realize.
By the way, the chiefess told
Sure
me
it did.
something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they
Still
hoped for
weird that
you,
we're the prince.
I guess.
Need to get used to that.
I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
It's a lesson to learn. The book is the legacy of my parent, the late king of Uchronia and the queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in the world wasn't a mere fantasy, but ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
I know the game is wrapping up right now, but I know there's going to be a final
The
dungeon.
last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. And utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people.
Makes me wonder what Moore's role is in this. If the king of Uchronia kept him in that room for potentially us to arrive, did he plan on having him teach us about archetypes and for us to learn the truth behind us all?
The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little
A metaphor?
more.
What's that?
However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia?
It's a utopia
true
built upon
ruler?
struggle,
None have yet found
struggle,
answers to these questions.
and trying to overcome it. A utopia would ask the question of what is the meaning of it all, but it's overcoming challenge, overcoming anxiety and stress and peril. And true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So, if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, these truly the ideals described. I mean, remember what Fidelio said? It's all but a dream. It'd be nice if it could actually be a thing, but we have to put it to work and fight for it. Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions.
I mean, yeah, I think everyone does.
And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power.
But he still did the royal magic to choose the rightful ruler. He still had that one more trick up his sleeve.
With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis.
Yeah, same.
His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality.
Right.
And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Discussing the novel and ideals of Gallica, I closed my eyes. Is Moore going to say hello now? This feels like a good time for this. Yeah, hello Moore! I thought we might talk. A lot has happened since the last time we chatted, buddy. I found the Master Archetype. The final rank, right? That's the final quest you wanted me to do. Academia. It seems... I had a fear, by the way, that everyone's elite archetype was something that was like a level 4 archetype, and I'd have to spend ages trying to get to it, but no, I think it is level 3.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired
Yeah, because I'm the archetype. I am this hero.
Even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical. Known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? I'm not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
I actually wanted him to answer the question, but yes.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed.
Huh, you're not wrong about that, actually. It's an interesting argument.
Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again, as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a
But
ruler.
everyone hates me. Everyone thinks I'm a monster now.
Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you.
Well, thank you, Moore.
What glorious coincidence indeed. That I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths
I don't think it is a
and
coincidence.
witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Whoa! Mum, you're back again. Mum!
I remember.
Oh.
I know.
Did
that
you
I know
put
this
yourself
voice.
here with the Queen and King
I've
in mind
forgotten it all this
so you could
time.
help us?
Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You, with this voice that moves
Yeah,
hearts.
okay.
Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Whoa, sassy voice now.
Are you?
Also,
Could you be?
it didn't say it's answers Phi speak. They spoke directly to Moore. That was interesting. They always speak of it like a little bit of like angelic, almost like an angel. Not directly addressing us, but having us work it out ourselves. But with Moore, he just said, you need to seek the answers yourself, buddy.
As for you, I bid thee awaken.
What?
Move onward to thy final ordeal.
take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
Yeah, I can't wait to become king. We can go to the hot springs. 3 hot springs. My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. A reminder that more on the author of the fantasy novel. Has more visited the ancient elder sanctum.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws
cool! Yeah! That's awesome!
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
This is going to take a month and a half, I think, because we're waiting until the Judgment Day, which is in October. So, stand strong to the end.
You can't give up. Stand strong to the
It's
end.
so pretty.
Of course.
Oh,
no way we're
crazy Basilio face.
I've got the fire in my eyes.
Yeah,
now.
look, he has got the fire in his eyes.
You've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king?
It's a good question, to be fair. Isn't this what this entire game is baked on, right? To protect my country. I don't care for honor. Some coin would be nice. It's not time for that. To protect my country and its people.
To protect this country and its people.
Yeah.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you.
I'm
with
assuming
all
we
my
missed like
soul
about an
and
hour of Hulkenberg just giving us massive hugs. I wanted to see the hugs. This game is so against people making physical contact. It's like the least like horny game I've ever played in my entire life. I love it though. I love how against like sexual connotations this game is. Oh shit. Can I go anywhere I want?
But, come on.
Maybe I was wrong.
You see?
Yeah.
Oh, just skipping everyone's dialogue. I doubt Orlan Grand tried to give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Luis's victims only power higher. Easy to say will help anyone, but doing it's a whole nother thing. All the more reason we got to prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've called our way up from the bottom. Yeah. The bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new
Yeah,
powers
we have
and
learned a lot.
ascertained new
And honestly, we
truths.
came
Their
back from that
archenemy,
place
Luis,
a lot higher up now.
already has one hand on the throne. Even so,
The game did the
in
classic
much
RPG
ever
thing of
forward,
being at our lowest and then we
steers
came to our
forward
highest.
By battle, they head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh wait, what? Oh shit, you. Hi. Oh, hello.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can
I
you
don't really
imagine
care.
Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Oh shit, Battling, what are you doing, buddy?
Wastrel? Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Support us. Let us win. Put all your coins behind us. Battling doesn't even know what we're doing and he's still helping us.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
I can't wait to see how Luis reacts to this.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more,
Blah, 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 blah.
the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal
He's still
form
very
was
chill about
spun
all
from
this.
Magla.
He really is kind on his abilities, huh?
Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Your nemesis?
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you?
Why aren't you fascinated by me?
Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
What was that?
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Right, I thought that might be the final dungeon.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now.
It'll make sense that the yeah, I think I even said at the beginning of the game, I said that the final dungeon was going to be at that palace.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Predictions, I guess. I couldn't really see what else it could be. Like, we might have gone to the old, but we did it like far earlier with Jack and Grace. Oh, it's Igus.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reef.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just...
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Oh, Battlin's about to become, like, rich. Battlin, like, doing all this undercover stuff to give us our support, even when we're not here. What a mad lad. I love him.
Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news?
The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Also, that bread batter looks really moldy.
Oh,
I don't like it.
You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
Yeah.
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another?
Are you gonna say, like, if you worked it out yourself, his power?
Convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, Churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
They're gonna fight him.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital.
I wonder why. It does make me wonder if, well, Luis said he learned a spell recently, so I don't think that is the case. But it could have been a thing where Luis had been turning Elder into humans and orchestrating a lot of this.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo,
I've always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us.
Which is why we should probably tell him about all this.
Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Oh, his face is the only one on the head now. It's pretty scary.
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless.
This is definitely like a final dungeon-esque location. Look at the red windows.
You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over.
Right, that's what he wants. He wants to use that power to turn everyone into humans.
Thou impertinent faith breaker.
Oh, it's Dad!
In preempting the day of judgment.
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left.
This is the first time we're seeing his actual face model, by the way.
You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
No, I want to know.
Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Oh. Oh.
Thou wert elder.
It was he never had horns to begin with! Fake horns!
You were not always blind to this country.
Yeah, there we go!
When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart.
Maybe I should have known what the royal scepter was there then. Maybe that fade out was like him just explaining what we already know.
And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
So he's a counter opposite to us entirely.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Me! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was like a final boss arena if I ever saw one.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
Don't like the sound of this. I think bad things are going to happen in Grand Trad. Well, yeah, that is not good. That's terrifying. Look at that.
Sky? Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Yeah, but look how cool my hair is now.
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish.
Oh.
The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
Yeah, I mean we're here to save them. So
true enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
it's not a bad point, actually.
Just like Count Louis said. You're not fool us again, beast.
Oi, calm down. At least listen.
And you. Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus
Oh
brothers
no,
standing
they
against
hate
Count
us!
Louis,
No,
even a thick one. He
Basilio!
took in a Paribus like you, and you spit on him. Scum. Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juna, I can't believe this.
Oh no, even Juna's getting screwed over by
Why
this.
would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
That's a very Juna thing to say.
Hey, you chief. Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the night?
Yeah, they're addressing everyone now. Everyone's being thrown.
Shame. Shame. Mustari girl. You ungrateful
Hey,
pagan.
no.
Count Louis
You can be
brought
mean
down
to
the
everyone
Sanctus
else, but you
Church
can't
for
be mean to you, folks. She's precious.
How dare you strike out at him?
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
Is it the skies?
Soon enough, leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
Uh-oh, that's not good.
This is bad. They really are out for blood. Has everyone gone insane?
The worst part is their anxiety is going to lead to bad things occurring because they're not humans.
Oi, over here.
What?
Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run now.
What? Where are we running to? Why are we running away? What is this battling? What are we doing, buddy?
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
So now they're being very paranoid as well.
No, that's not.
They don't like the red maglar crystals in the air. It's very ominous.
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts.
So if we kill Luis now, it's going to double confirm that. We need their trust back.
Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise?
Oh god, the Nidhi are going to be greatly offended by this, considering that they also are rumored to hide their appearances.
Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
He is a human slayer.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Which sucks.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest?
No, it hasn't.
The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my
I love that little development. It's adorable.
To others
for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our
So
eyes.
the red skies aren't because of Luis, it's because everyone's currently anxious.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Thank you, Batlin. Shit. Am I gonna be allowed in the streets? Oh yeah, sure as hell can.
All right.
Everyone is very happy to see me right now.
Luis rightfully ought to be king.
The truth of humans. Yeah, we know that. Right, let's continue. Yeah, everyone's dialogue is different here now. Does everyone still like me in like other places? I can't leave anywhere else right now, so let's just go over here. Hi, Hulkenberg. Cleared everyone out. Let's hurry inside. At least, oh, I don't like that weather effect.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luis's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't
Why
you?
have you got white hair?
It's quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
like,
I
oh.
thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on.
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
We're gonna
Even
have to.
so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural.
So we do think
It's as
there's
if
a
they've been
natural reason for
collectively
Luis
drained
being
of
up
their
there.
sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing. All the eeriness.
See,
in
I
the
thought that was the
sky.
people, but it might be
Was that
Luis doing that
because-
then.
Don't know. But the change in the citizens is certainly odd.
If you wanted to create humans, make
something
everyone
really is
anxious,
forcing
and then
it,
everyone,
that
eventually all
means we
humans will
might still
form,
have a
correct?
chance to fix it.
What Luis is doing in the Royal Palace, whether or not be truly the royal desire to run by humans, wouldn't know his mind until we confront
On
him.
the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There must be something up there.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back. After...
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams.
And also do my
Louis
social
has
links
been
as well in
terribly
the meantime.
Waiting for you and believing in you.
She's impatient, waiting for you to continue your social link again, Flower, for fuck's sake. I have been neglecting Maria's social link, to be fair, over the last couple of months. But now I got all the time in the world for it. If Luis is behind all these disturbances, then stopping him will only help us in the approval ratings. If we can restore civility and national thought, and they'll pave the way to defeating Luis. Let's press on with faith in that.
I'll always believe in you.
Yeah.
We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
What?
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
Make sure you make me like your squire or something afterwards.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow we make for the castle.
I feel like this is going to be a dungeon, though. It's like this is going to be the next big dungeon.
What to pick?
Something foul in the air in Grand Chard. Everyone seems so anxious. Those who oppose us do so with fever, but there are also those who believe in us. Let's press on.
All right. Where to?
Do you know what the weather effect is right now? No, we don't. Okay, right.
Oh,
The weather right now is terrible. No matter what happens, you're still you to me. Mister, I'm gonna keep cheering you on. To think we were here 3 hours ago. You were the last episode. No matter what I say, the people of Grand Chard are gonna look down on you. Times like these where your actions will speak louder than words. When they see you stand up to Luis, they'll be plain who's in the right. Well, no, they would think that I'm killing their savior because I'm a human, I'm an evil human, right? Who would have believed you were His Highness? The actual prince. I apologize for the less than royal accommodations, but try to have a good night rest regardless.
Oh, hell.
Everyone is filled with so much anxiety now that they don't know what to do. Public sentiment is very volatile at times like this. There is still a way to win. So different from when you were last in Grand Chard. Everyone's staring at you with such disdain in their eyes. Must remember you've still got people on your side, Nehru. Let's just do what we can. Is it more so than usual? When I was as an elder?
Your Highness.
And so His Highness returns to the royal capital in triumph and glory. In truth, I'd have liked to welcome him back with a grand feast. Ah well, the day shall come when the people too celebrate in grand fashion. My spear is ever ready to ensure that day comes. My spear comes! Oh, hey guys.
Honestly.
First you were Luis's subordinate and the false prince, and now you have awakened as His true Highness. None have walked so straight a path as you, and after all this, you still mean to be king.
Come on.
Ah, some turnaround, eh? Last time we were here, people were falling over themselves to welcome you. Now the only thing I see in their eyes is fear. Damn it, people. Even if Nehru turned into a monster, Luis is the one making them. It's a bit scary if you ask me. They don't know that though. They think that I just transformed before them. Which is what I think Battling was trying to prevent us thinking. Bed is bigger and softer than the boats of the Golem Runner. Maybe it's time to call it a night. It's not simple and clean anymore.
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
Cool! They made him say every single day. That's a lot of time. Holy shit.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
This voice?
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Very scary. What about the people in Blylehaven or like Alderberry? Are they hearing this too?
But I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has
31 days. That's a lot of time.
Good thing we've got a Skyrunner. Would it already be?
That could be
over for us?
plenty of time to do stuff.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, it is only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
True enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
I don't know. Maybe hope?
Maybe hope.
A little broad.
Duh. I like that. The game just making fun of that classic cliche in RPGs.
I don't really know what everyone's talking about, but everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so
Almost
cool.
like it was predestined. We don't have a rogue on our team, though.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps 'tis a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
Yeah.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
If Luis claims victory, everyone will be sacrificed in his wake. We have to prevent this from happening. Considering how we have destroyed fights up until now, I think we're going to be fine here. Whatever Luis is doing in the Royal Palace has to be stopped as soon as possible. It's up to us to do it.
Right, thank you.
Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before.
For 30 days.
And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne.
It's a pond phone, not upon the phone. Oops.
Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the day
Stroll,
of
we
the
got
hero.
30 days. We're not doing this immediately. I got social links and raw virtues to level up.
We've got a few days left.
Yeah.
So-
And the Colosseum if I have time.
It's up to you how we spend them.
I haven't done any Colosseum
set
stuff
off.
yet.
Let-
Right. Dread.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis.
This is cool and all that we have Dread, but does that mean...
That's where you want to go.
Oh god.
We'll face danger here.
Oh god. Game? What if I want to... What if I... Okay, so that's what we're gonna need Edeni for then, because if I want to do a dungeon, that's gonna be difficult. Right. Well, we got that on our plate now, and a whole bunch of other things probably. Skybound Avatar Conquest. Not the final rank quest. Internal experiencing dread weather, that wasn't bad enough. Be cautious of an inclement weather called Blight. The ability of followers will be indispensable when it comes to passing Luis and being crowned a king. Use this time to ensure you have no regrets as you depart. Prevent Luis to set the vision and rescue the kingdom's future before the day of the hero arrives. This is it.
So?
The Royal Palace. You need to be absolutely sure that you're ready for anything before we head in. That place has definitely changed from the last time you were there.
Smash it all to bits.
You have reportable quests. I've probably got 2 reportable quests, right? Oh, don't for more? I thought I would have done that by now, but I guess not. On the surface, a flying castle sounds romantic. Shame Louise is waiting inside. Regardless, you ready to go to the Royal Palace? Hang on.
You're right.
There's a fairy here.
Excuse me?
Hey, are you the one in the drawing? I knew it, you are, you're famous then. You know how crazy the world is right now. Mr. Famous Person, from where is it, what's it? Everyone's gone weird. Really, even just flying around out there makes you feel gross and sick. But this place feels better. So, Mr. Famous, could you do something about this awful sky? Yeah, I decided I'm gonna leave this problem to you people folk, but I'm gonna stay put for a while. I'll walk you over from here, okay? Now, I've got a theory. Yes, okay, I thought so. We have side quests now in all the nations. I assume not just this place, but also Matera as well. Okay, no, not Matera. What about? What about Blauhaven? Okay, yeah, one in Blauhaven.
Alright then. Where to?
Well, okay, yeah, one in there as well, and finally.
Where to?
One and two in Altaberry. There's 5 side quests to take care of. Alongside this, we can need a hand in right now. So I'm probably gonna do that now, just so we get it done. Like I said, I might do a episode while we're doing stuff. I might not. We'll see. I also don't know how much of the Royal Palace I'm going to record. Chances are it might be the finale and that's it. So we'll see how that goes. I've already recorded a bunch of what I wanted to record for this game, I think. Anyway, you have this. Oh god, it's doing the Final Fantasy 16 thing, where now the skies look awful for the rest of the game.
You've been a real help to me, you know.
Nice.
Mission accomplished.
More virtue increase.
Now then.
That gonna be enough to get it to level 5? Yeah! On recording too! Nice!
Courage.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou art aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
I'm off then.
Yeah.
We won't let him down.
All
Right.
Where to?
So, with that in mind,
Let's go.
I'm going to call it there, I think. For potentially the second to last episode of this game, the penultimate episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Next time, we'll continue on towards the final battle. Ciao for now. Goodbye.